You're on the phone. You're on the phone. You're on the phone with Amanda and Ash. Did you say Ash?
I said Ash.
Oh.
Hello.
What up?
Oh, nailing it.
Very different tones too. Yours sounded like you were at like a performance or at an orchestra or something, and you had to step out and be like, hello. Hello.
There's a show going on. I'm actually in the middle of
exactly. Hello.
Hello.
My dad, no matter who called him I think it's because he's a dentist and people can feasibly call for commercials, but no matter what happened, if somebody called him during the middle of the theater, he would immediately get up and immediately answer it instead of walking like 2 seconds. So he'd like get up and be like, hello, and then like start walking. It was horrible. Probably for everyone involved.
He's like, I'm leaving. Hello?
Yeah, exactly. But he cared as a dentist.
A dentist is always on call.
Even though they really don't need to be, but I think he really wanted to be. There's a tooth emergency.
At 2:30.
Oh, I was about to make the tooth hurty joke. Glad we're on the same page.
How many, because your dad was a dentist, how many mouth teeth jokes do you have?
I actually don't have that many teeth jokes. What I do have is a keen, immediate awareness of people's teeth. Like I cannot watch anything we're watching, whether it's reality or drama. Like Christine knows this. I'm constantly like, oof, look at those teeth. Or I'll be like, yikes, seems like gingivitis. Or I'll just be like, well, these aren't period reflective teeth.
Isn't it funny what we pick up from our family professions?
Yes, seriously. What do you pick up from your mom doing the renovation?
Yeah, I can pretty much. Well, it might just be like, oh, I don't know why they're doing it like that. There's a way easier way to do it.
I have never seen you see something that could be DIY'd and not immediately see your brain start to go, where you're like, well, I mean, no one asked me, but if I could, I think I would take, there's always foam board. You could take foam board.
I feel like I'm always like, I could make that.
Oh, yeah, you definitely could.
My gay audacity.
Oh, yeah, truly. But also being the daughter of Mary Louise is the other audacity. True. Wait, speaking of making stuff, can we talk about your puppet making class?
We can, but first, we should probably introduce the podcast.
Oh my God, I totally, that's my job and I forgot. I've been gone for a week and I forgot. Hi, everyone. What do I say next? Hi, everyone. You're listening to On the Phone with Ash and Amanda. I'm Ash.
I'm Amanda, and you're on the phone with us right now.
Woo! Oh, that was close, man. I would have just gone right in.
Nobody would have known what they were listening to.
As if they know any other time what they're listening to. We did get 3 new reviews.
We did?
Yeah, on Apple Podcasts, and they're all accurate, I would say.
I just do not know where to look for these things.
I love it. I just want to say thank you to everyone who you have been listening to us and you are subscribing and rating and writing reviews. And I promise you the algorithm cares about it because then we see more and more views per week. So thank you.
And we just want to make sure that everyone knows our opinions on things.
Yeah. That's the most important thing.
That's how we start the cult.
Somebody at camp told me that they listened to the podcast. They're like, "Oh, I listened to your podcast," and I was like, "Oh, why? Why?" I was like, "Oh my God!" And then someone else was like, "What's your podcast about?" And I was like, "Oh, you really don't have to listen to it."
Okay, you're not selling us very well.
No, but then I did start to tell them what we talked about, and they were laughing. So,
oh, good.
Yeah.
This is how we start a cult.
This is how we start a cult. This is actually just a long con for a cult.
Which is super funny because if we did try to start a cult, someone else could talk us into another cult.
Oh, easily. Like, and then we would join all of our cult forces.
And then we would be in 5 different cults. And they're
I
like, but
think,
who are you loyal to? And we're like, everyone.
yeah, because that's the only problem. I think you have to have like a main cult that you shut out the other people from other cults from. Once again, cults is something that we've talked about multiple times on the
Yes.
podcast. Okay. Do you have any agenda items? I would like to hear about your puppet making. And
Yes.
I would also like to hear about the Lizzie McGuire movie, obviously. And I would like that to take up approximately 50 to 60% of this
Oh my
conversation.
God.
I'm just kidding. But also, if it does, we're not going to stop it.
I have some things that I want to talk about. I knew we were talking about Lizzie McGuire, but
Mm-hmm.
also I did a deep dive, an accidental deep dive into the Bling Ring this weekend.
The actual Bling Ring or the movie The Bling Ring?
It started out, I watched 2 documentaries and then the movie.
You watched 2 documentaries about the Bling Ring?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that sounds. I'm down to talk about that.
Okay.
What do we? Oh, and then I was at camp,
Yes.
so we can talk about that. And this is a new thing, listener, where we're giving you a preview ahead of time of what we might talk about.
But also, who knows? Things go off in several different directions every time.
Yeah, Lord knows we'll probably talk about none of these things. Okay, I'm pro all of those. Can we start with puppet making?
Yes. I did a puppet making workshop with Ragmop and Goose, who are like a team who have puppets.
That makes it sound less official than it is. It
It,
sounds like you just found people on the street named Ragbop and Goose. A team who have puppets doesn't sound like they're puppeteers
they're puppeteers, yes.
in
We
a group.
we like first encountered them. Ash, you were there at Bob Baker Day.
Yes, I didn't know you were going to those puppeteers. That's amazing.
Yeah, because and apparently, and I had to check because one of my favorite puppets. And look, I know I'm going to contradict myself from the last podcast we did, but one of my favorite puppets they have is a marionette.
Oh,
Because
that is crazy.
it's remember the little fuck I
The
cannot
bug?
huh
Wasn't it like a bug thing? Oh no, the ghost?
there was the little ghost with the cowboy hat and the cowboy
Oh,
boots.
the ghost with the cow. That was incredible.
Yeah,
Like truly incredible.
I can't remember his name. I think it starts with an S. And I truly I remember asking them if he still exists, and they said yes, but that's not the puppet that we made.
So you didn't make a marionette.
Did not make a marionette. We made like monsters, like little monster puppets that we control with our hands.
And did they teach you how to use, like, what was the process of the class? I didn't realize it was with them. That's so cool. Like, they had all the supplies and then kind of showed you each one.
Yeah, it was super nice. They had all the supplies. They taught us how to make them. So it was a lot of sewing. And if you didn't
Mm.
know how to sew, they would teach you. But thankfully, that's the skill that I have from my mother.
Ooh. Was
And
it harder or easier than you thought?
I haven't been on a machine in a while. So
Mm.
when we did that, that was a little difficult. But we had to hand sew the body of the puppet. And
Mm.
that was like very therapeutic.
Mm-hmm.
I was like sitting there sewing and I was like, I kind of wish I was just on my couch in front of like the TV right now.
Oh, yeah.
Just like one of those like activities you do with your hand while you have like your comfort show on.
Yes, using our hands is like scientifically tied to being happier, whether it's gardening or drawing or anything like that. But I don't think being on our phones counts.
Oh, that's fair. And
Yeah,
also I agree.
yeah.
So it was a nice break and it was very fun to be able to then after, sewing it all, turning it inside out and adding the features to it.
Mm.
And I have a picture on my Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. But I
Yeah.
made because they gave us a bunch of different fur to choose from.
Uh-huh.
And so there's a bunch of different colors. And for some reason gravitated towards this like white fur.
Hmm.
And I was like, this is giving me Abominable Snowman.
Yes, it was very Yeti vibes because it was like white with blue, if I remember. Like,
Yeah, I chose the blue to go with it. So, because I chose all the colors.
That's so fun.
Yeah. And so I was like, all right, we're doing a Yeti. And I made him look real dopey and high. And I decided that he gets high on the altitude.
What's his name?
Right now, I ended up calling him Yeti T Everest.
Oh, okay, love it. I was thinking Yeti Spaghetti because of Betty Spaghetti.
Sure, sure.
He's an Italian Yeti who gets high on the altitudes.
He's in the maybe not. Well, no, the Swiss Alps are in it. I mean, I know they're called the Swiss Alps, but there is the side of the Alps that is in Italy.
Yes, true. He lives in the Swiss Alps. Yeti
Oh,
Spaghetti. That's
Yeti.
so fun. Did it activate that part of you, like the childhood part where you're just like playing and making something for fun?
Yeah, I definitely had a moment where I have like a giggle that's like a very childlike giggle that only comes out when I see something very cute
Mm-hmm.
and often comes out with puppets. And I felt a little embarrassed because I kind of, as soon as I turned it inside out and it was a creature with like a mouth, I put it on my hand and definitely did that giggle. And it was a little embarrassing, but also like I was very happy.
I mean, what the hell is life for if you can't giggle sometimes?
Yeah, everybody should giggle.
Everyone should giggle. Like, there's a whole podcast about giggling.
Is there?
I think the Hannah Burners one is Giggly Squad, right? Or Giggly
Oh, okay.
something. Yeah. No, I love a good giggle. I think my laugh is very giggly. And when I saw on your Instagram the Yeti, I was like like tickled. Like
Yeah.
it was just like, oh, that's so fun. I want to do that.
Yeah. It was a very fun workshop. I I recommend they also give you not only the supplies. This is not an ad for them, although if you wanted to check out Ragmop and Goose, you can.
Hmm.
Ragmopandgoose.com. But not only do they give you the supplies, they teach you how to make it, and then they do
Mm.
obviously use those photos that I have look professional because they do like a photo shoot with you and your puppet.
Oh, so fun. I was wondering.
Yeah, and then after the photo shoot, they give you like a little class on how to puppet it.
Oh my God, like a puppeteering class.
Yeah, because I've been doing it wrong because if you have your hand in front of you and you're going
Hmm.
to make your hand talk,
Hmm.
usually you go like top of your hand goes up.
Yes.
And what they were trying to teach me is that it's all about the thumb because when you talk, your mouth goes like down. It's your jaw going down.
Oh,
So it's supposed to be talking with like your thumb.
whoa, that's blowing my mind.
I know it was really hard for me to do, honestly.
Wow, that's like a whole new part of I'm doing it right now, and the
Mm.
muscle is completely different.
Oh, absolutely. Like after a while, I was like, oh, this has hurt my hand.
It's because sock puppet is what we're all used to. Like that's the first puppet we learn, and so you're kind of moving both
Hmm.
in order to make it talk. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, and he was like, you can also do like a kind of move forward when you're talking so that it eases it a little bit.
And
But
you made a puppet all in one class?
yes.
All right, I might need to take this class and make one, and then we can do a special on the Zoom where it's just our puppets.
Uh,
It's a normal episode and it's us talking, but we're puppeting the whole time.
oh my God. That's so incredible. I would love that. Okay.
I need to do it. I need to do it.
Okay. How was camp?
Camp was great. So, for those who don't know, the camp I am talking about is called Experience Camps, and it is a camp specifically, it's a grief camp for kids who have lost either a parent, guardian, or a sibling. And then all of the counselors have also experienced loss too. So, all the counselors are volunteer. Like, it's amazing. Like, these people are taking off a week of their life, not getting paid, actively paying to get out there just to like be with these kids. And it was so incredible. It was a little bit crazy because we actually sadly had to cut it short because they moved the camp this year. And so we were in like a high wind kind of fire area.
Oh,
And
fuck.
I know we were safe when we got there, but then you know how it is with the fires, things move so fast. So for the first couple days, or actually basically the whole time we were there, we didn't have power because they just cut the power to the camp. We were able to get some generators, and then once that finally was like dealt with, we didn't have. Then the fire came too close, so we had to evacuate. So we were only there for I think 3 full days with the kids, and then 4 days total with each other.
I was
Um,
wondering about that because Britt was doing kind of updates on Close Friends.
Oh yeah. Oh, did Britt do it too? Yeah, that's the other thing that happened. It was the same. They usually do the guys and girls camp right after each other, but this time they found a facility that had two separate camps.
Yeah, so Britt was there and was updating about there was no power, but I didn't realize that there were fires involved too.
Yeah, yeah. So it was crazy, but it was still totally worth it. It's like one of the best. Doing this camp and also Camp Lost Boys has been like the best thing for me in adulthood,
Yeah.
kind of to that point of for two reasons. One is to the point of what you're talking about with the puppets, in that being in a place where your job, especially this camp, is just to cater to the kids and like make sure it's fun for the kids.
Hmm.
Half of that battle is dropping all the pretense that you have as an adult
Sure.
and trying to be cool and trying to be, you know, the whole reason for this camp is so that they can drop the pretense of hiding their grief and
Hmm.
also of trying to like fit into you know, most of them feel like the outliers, and yet here everybody has experienced the same thing or at least some version of it.
Yeah.
um, and that's the same thing with Camp Lost Boys. It's like, oh, the thing that we all have in common is the thing that makes us quote unquote weird in the world, that we're all trans men. And yet here, it's like the only thing that we have in common. And so you just get to be yourself.
Yeah.
And like, you get to focus on both of the camps. I think there's such a, it's so amazing to have a place where you can, um, because this big part of you is the baseline of something. The best part is that you get to focus on being a camper. So like I was just playing games with my boys. I didn't have the same boys this year because I got some new boys in another cabin, which was kind of sad at first, but then I was honestly just so happy because I still got to see my old boys all the time, and they came up to
Nice.
me and they grew. Amanda, they were 12 last year, so they're like 13 this year.
Oh no, growth spurt.
They grew like 6.5 inches
Oof.
last this summer, and all of their voices dropped. But it was cool because they're also like, hey, it looks like you grew and your voice dropped.
Oh, you're like puberty brothers.
Yeah, we were literally comparing our facial hair. They're like, you're a little ahead of us, and I'm like, I hope so because you're 13, but and I'm 36. But it's really cool, and like it's just so nice to see them again. And it was a little jarring to be like, oh my god, I was doing the math and realizing that these campers were born in 2012.
Huh.
Literally, I was like, wait, what do you mean born in 2000? What? Like I was like wearing like business casual in the clubs in 2012. Like
We were going to clubs and
yeah, because they're like so mature in so many ways, especially because they've been through grief, and then you have to realize like, oh, they're children. They were born in 2012. They weren't cognizant of anything until like 2017, and now we're here. Like,
yeah. Jesus.
but it was so fun. We did like a casino night, and the boys went nuts playing roulette, and then we played. I was like the Uno dealer. We gave them fake poker chips,
Nice.
so it was like legit gambling, but for ice cream sandwiches instead of money. It was just the best. I love camp, and I didn't think that as an adult I was gonna get to explore that side of myself. Like I feel like the most at home when I'm a camp counselor.
Oh, I mean,
Hmm.
that makes sense. I can see you being a great camp counselor.
Yeah, I just want to play and have fun, but I also really like leveling with them and having deep discussions. This year I brought a game called OK Play, which I'll bring it over. We have to play it sometime.
Okay.
It's kind of like Connect Four, but you have these like Cheez-It tiles that like plastic and colorful, and you play it on like without a board. You try and connect them all together, and it was the hit of camp. Like
Oh.
At all times my boys wanted me to like bring it out so we could play it, which is also great for crowd control.
Nice. Well, and two, isn't it like obviously this camp is for kids,
Hmm.
but like the counselors also get their kind of own like round like group therapy too, don't they?
Yes, we get our own sharing, and a lot of, just because we're adults, like I think the craziest thing is that so many of the counselors, as they're sharing for the first time, like a lot of counselors lost their parents when they were younger too, but didn't have this and didn't have a place to share. And you can see their body language change back to like whatever age they lost their parent at.
Oh,
And it's so moving. Like it's such a healing thing. If anybody is ever looking for a charity to donate to, it has 100% on Charity Navigator, and like all the money goes to grieving kids, and it is like a fucking incredible organization. Experience camps.
it's called experience camps.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, very cool.
So that was great. I very much love camp.
Yeah, you're. I mean, you're doing. You you've got 3 camps going on this summer.
I know I have another camp at the end of this month, another Camp Lost Boys, this one back in Portland again, which I'm
Yeah.
really excited about. And the tie-in to all of these is that I actually at Camp Lost Boys help lead a grief circle. Um,
Oh, sure.
just because, so many people are carrying grief and it doesn't get to show up everywhere. And so it's been really cool to do that too.
Nice. You're a camp boy.
I am a camp boy at heart and I love it. Like it is it's
We should
it's so much fucking fun.
we should host a camp
Oh, we
or like
totally should.
a camp weekend. I know I feel like I've talked about this with Fiona because she's a camp girly
Hmm.
because she did camp like through from childhood through teens.
Yes.
So
I love it.
and she loves a camp
Listen,
theme.
we have to do it with our friends and kind of test it out. And then once we launch on the phone, maybe we'll do at some point, we'll go to an on the campground, like Coachella. The thing
What
that nobody asked for.
You'll be on one side of the camp and I'll be on the other side of the camp and we'll have people around and we'll just talk to each other on the phone.
The dumbest use of space ever.
Or because it'll be at a camp, we'll just do a string and 2 cans.
Oh, I love that on a stage. And then we can just record it as a voice memo.
We can just put a microphone in the cans, honestly.
I love it. Oh, in the cans. That's brilliant. Okay, now on to the most important topic we've ever discussed
Oh my.
on this podcast. The Lizzie McGuire movie. The movie of all movies. Released in 2004, I believe.
Sure.
After 3 seasons of Lizzie McGuire, Disney made the brilliant decision to take Lizzie to the big screen and take her to
Rome.
Rome. And what happened after that is something culture changing, culture shocking, uh, never be the same again. What's the whole Lady Gaga thing? Like, can't be copied, trying to be throw up because it's so good. Um, yeah, one of my favorite movies ever, the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Yes.
Uh, so, with all that said, tell me how much you loved it, and don't tell me anything that's wrong with it.
All right. Well, I saw it for the first time last night, so let's be clear that it's a little harder to relate to a 13-year-old through 38-year-old
Boo,
eyes.
boo, boo.
Um, that being said, I understand why everyone loved it, especially when we were younger.
Yes. But wasn't the tone still so magical?
Oh yeah, it was like super fun. Although we were kind of like the pitch for this must have been wild.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we were also like, I was like, this had to have been the inspiration for Hannah Montana, right?
Oh, that is so true. I didn't even see that. Probably because I think the movie did well in theaters.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but I was like, I remember looking at Fiona and was like, "Did this come out before Hannah Montana?" And she was like, "Yeah."
Hmm.
Like, was this the inspiration?
You know what? The producers were like, this is what dreams are made of. And then they were like, this is also what TV shows are made of, and made Hannah Montana.
I will say, first off, the fact that Miranda's not in it is bullshit.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Lelaine. And what's even more bullshit is that we were going to get Lelaine back, I believe, for the
The
show.
the unaired. Didn't they film a bunch of it?
Yes, for Disney Channel. Give it to us.
If you have it, give it to us.
Yeah, for Disney Plus, because
Yeah,
they said it was going to be too
too
adult
adult.
and it was confusing. But guess what, bitch? Now you've merged Hulu with Disney Plus, so give it to us.
Give it. It's
Give it.
ours. Give it.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to say a lot more, and then I'll ask questions.
Well, now I'm curious because I think the last episode you said you were going to make an Ungermeyer joke. Um, and now I
Oh yes,
want to know what it was because now I know who Ungermeyer is.
I think my Ungermeyer joke was about you walking through Italy with a headset.
Oh yeah.
The Ungermeyer is a great character.
Okay, so the reason that I think that it's hard for me to relate
Yeah.
is because as a 38-year-old, I'm like, what the fuck, Lizzie? Why don't you want to go see like the Forum and the Pantheon?
No, she wants to see Paolo.
Paolo just looked like Gordo anyway.
That's true, just stretched out like a few years ahead in puberty.
We were like, thank God that they mentioned that Paolo is 17 because otherwise this could have been weird.
Yeah. Lizzie McGuire is an outfit repeater.
But
I love how grounded. I mean, okay, I'm about to say something that's ridiculous for a movie that's about an eighth grader going to Rome and being mistaken for a pop star.
okay,
But
I hear you. Go on.
but I do love how grounded Lizzie is in her awkwardness. Like
I do
I feel
too.
like her awkwardness is actual eighth grade awkwardness, you
Yeah,
know?
I forgot that they were in middle school
Yeah.
because since the movie starts off with a graduation scene, I was like, oh, it's from high school, right?
Yep.
And I was like, eighth grade?
Yes. Yes. Did it make you more excited to go to Rome?
It did. I was like, okay, now I understand why we're going to have to take a picture of Fiona at the Coliseum with her arms up.
And then you have to go to the Spanish Steps.
Yeah,
And are you guys going to ride a Vespa, do you think?
no, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Yes, that's the right
Absolutely not.
answer. Apparently, many, many American tourists injure themselves every year, not just in Rome, but in Vietnam and all over the place, thinking that they could ride a Vespa.
I've been on a Vespa before and it was terrifying.
Oh,
I
wow.
wasn't riding, I was on the back, but it was like the person who was driving was like, you got to lean into the turns. And I was like, what?
Did it fall?
No, but it was
Oh, okay,
terrifying.
good.
Um,
Yes.
but anyway, yes, I very much enjoyed Lizzie McGuire. I'm glad that Alex Borstein was there.
Hmm.
I don't know why Alex Borstein as an Ungermeyer felt like this girl was out for like 3 days. She didn't go to anything. How have
Who?
we not called? Like, there was a doctor
Oh, well, they are at the doctor, the hotel guy said she needed tangerines, and that's it.
because they were in season.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay, so I'm going to say a controversial take,
Okay, are
and
you ready for our podcast to be over forever?
and it might end the podcast.
All right, go for it.
I think Gordo hated that kiss.
Gordo the character or Gordo the actor?
Uh, but maybe both.
Wow. Wow.
Because
I mean, okay, go on.
I know that they're like in eighth grade, and this is probably a first kiss.
Hmm.
But as soon as he got kissed, he was like, "So should we go back?" And I was like, "That's what I would do if I wanted to get out of that awkward situation."
I think he was so overwhelmed with his emotions that he was like embarrassed.
Sure.
But I get what you're saying, and I also, but even that, I just, it's so eighth grade. It wasn't like they like made out and like, it turned into Riverdale or some shit. It's like they kiss each other for 1 second, and my whole life was made. and it was enough. But yeah, he does immediately. He does the shoulder shrug thing, and then uses his like double thumbs. Should we go back? I
It's
actually think the cutest moment of Gordo and Lizzie is the plane when they fall asleep on each other.
oh yeah, they're having such a good time on the plane.
Yeah, that's my all-time favorite, like the most romantic moment.
There was a point where I was like, is Paolo gonna kiss Lizzie? And Fiona was like, this is a Disney movie. This is like I was like, oh yeah. I was like,
Paolo Valassari.
where's the makeout scene? Come on.
No,
We're
this
looking
was
at fireworks.
it was very controversial even at all that there was like a kiss and that this was brought to the big screen. It
For
was a
Disney.
Yeah, because Disney had very much done the only 3 season thing, and then this one there was so much buzz that they did the movie for it. I can't actually remember if it did well. In my mind, it was like the biggest blockbuster of all time,
We'll just leave
like
it at that. Let's
Titanic.
go ahead and assume
Yeah.
that that's it. Do you say like
Um,
Titanic?
yes.
Exactly. You know, if in the history books, it will go down as Titanic and the Lizzie McGuire movie.
You know what? Ask which one means more to millennial women and like which one would they actually save on their proverbial floating door? I bet you it's the Lizzie McGuire movie.
I'm going to Photoshop an image of you on the door clutching
Clutching
Lizzie
The
McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire movie.
Yeah,
The soundtrack is great. There's
that's true.
like
Although I
there's
was making fun of, I didn't realize it was Hilary Duff's song, but
oh yeah, Hilary Duff. That's kind of the whole point, the vehicle for her singing.
the song "Why Not," where she was like, "Do a crazy
Hmm.
dance."
You didn't know that was her song?
I was like, I've heard this before, and then I was like making fun of it during the movie, and then when it came up again at the end, we have the subtitles on because we always do, and it
Yeah.
was like Hilary Duff. Why not? I was like, oh, that's her song.
I can't believe that you didn't know that. Hilary Duff's albums are lyrically, they make no sense, but emotionally and spiritually, they make perfect sense. A, a lyric like "When the light is off, then it isn't on." It's so it's so deep, actually, if you think about it. Like, yeah, you're right.
Should we
You're
do a
right.
reading of Hilary Duff lyrics?
Yes. And was it with you that I was talking to this about where there was just a whole period of like the 2000 like tens where all music was just about like antonyms?
Yes,
It was
because
like
I brought up "Hot and Cold" by Katy Perry.
yes, yes, exactly. You're left, then you're right. You're in, then you're out.
You're up and you're down.
And we were all like, wow, 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 wow. Like thesauruses became a thing in the 2010s.
Yeah.
Songwriters got a hold of them.
All right. I want to read some of "Why Not" lyrics.
Oh, do you want me to just say them all?
Sure.
Why not? Is it reach your hand to the sky? Why not spread your wings and fly? You may have a little or you may have a lot. So why not? Why not? If you
Yeah.
lose a moment, is it also you can lose a lot?
I
So did
I
they
don't know.
just only
You're in different
I
parts
think
of the song.
I think they were just only able to rhyme a lot with not, is what I'm realizing.
Well, I'm a big fan of "Take a Crazy Chance. Why not
Hmm.
do a crazy dance?"
Hmm.
If you lose the moment, you might lose a lot. So why not?
Yep.
Why not?
Yeah. Well, what about you always dress in yellow when you want to dress in gold? Did you ever think about that, Amanda?
Well, instead of listening to your heart, you do
You
just what
do
you're
just what you're
told.
told. That's crazy. That's too crazy. Eighth grade me was like, is there a song better? I would say, I don't want to say that Lizzie McGuire started my transition, but
No, I think you have to.
why
I
not?
think
But why not?
let's announce it right here and now.
Why not?
Why not? Take a crazy chance, do a crazy dance.
So why not? Oh my God. We need to do I'm going to do a deep dive exploring lyrically Hilary Duff's musical career.
Oh, I could be the one for you. Oh yeah, maybe yes, maybe no.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
oh, it could be the thing to do. What I'm saying is, you gotta let me know.
Baby. and then it goes why
I do
why
like
not?
why not
Did you even?
take a star from the sky?
Yeah, well, there's probably a few reasons, Lizzie McGuire, that you should not take a star from the sky. Also, did you know, as I was singing that run, I'm like, wow, they really took a word that has one syllable and made it 16.
Nah,
Why, why not? That's
Incredible.
crazy. That's crazy.
That's like Jim Carrey levels of
Yeah,
syllable
AI could
automation.
never write a song that both bad and good, you know?
Yeah,
Okay,
incredible.
so you would put it what, like after Sophie's Choice in terms of like incredible performances and great movies that will stand the test of time, or what?
I would put it. I mean, I've never seen Sophie's Choice, but I think I would put it like Casablanca.
Yeah, Citizen Kane.
Yeah, I think this is our Citizen Kane.
It definitely is our Roman holiday. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, that's true.
Hmm.
I've never seen Roman Holiday, but I do know that it's Audrey Hepburn in
In
Rome
Rome.
on a
Hmm.
holiday.
How did you guess?
Context clues, man. Context clues.
And a Vespa.
That's true.
It's crazy. Art
Will
imitating life, imitating art, imitating art.
will not will not Vespa.
But why not?
You know
Why
what?
not
That's a good
Vespa?
point. And when Fiona asks why I rented a Vespa, I'm going to say, why not?
Yeah, and then you could say to her, "We might lose a little, or we might lose a lot," meaning our
I
lives.
was
But
going
why
to
not?
say consciousness,
Skin off of the side of our leg,
a limb, maybe.
dignity. But you know what?
Why not?
Hilary Duff said, "Why not?"
You know what?
Because this is what dreams are made of.
This was YOLO before YOLO.
It is. It is. And do you love that now you're in on the "Sing to Me, Paolo"? Like you know where that really comes from.
Wait, when did she say that?
Oh my God. When she's not Lizzie, but they turn off the music,
Mhm.
and when she's Isabella, and she's like, "Sing to me, Paolo," and he
Oh,
can't.
yes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, yes, that was great. It is, although I will say I was so I've heard obviously Hey Now, Hey Now. This is
Yeah.
what dreams are made of. I've heard it several times.
Hmm.
My brain is wired though because the TikTok sound that was
Oh,
like they were like everything's technicolor, and then
yeah.
it goes into a man singing like a slow version of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Terrifying.
and like I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure it's a cover, and I like described it to Fiona, and she was like, no, maybe it's Paolo, and I was like, no, because Paolo never says hey now,
Yeah.
because
Hmm.
like when did they add in hey now, and I was very much like, how did she know? How did Isabella know what to sing? Like, where does the hey now come in?
What are you actually fucking talking about? I was so trying to get on board and like be really into it, like the X Files, and be like, yeah, that is crazy and a conspiracy. And then you just completely lost me.
So only when we hear Paolo and Lizzie sing the
Uh-huh.
song, they never say hey now.
Yes, they do when they're looking at each other in the beginning. Hey now,
No,
hey now. No? Or
no,
is that Lizzie just saying no? I like how quickly you.
no.
So who sings it? It's just the background singers?
They don't add it until the background singers come in.
But Lizzie and Isabella sing it to each other.
Yeah, once the background singers are. Oh wait, you're
No,
right. You're right.
Lizzie and
You're right.
Ella
You're right.
is
You're right.
Amanda,
You know what? This is
Amanda,
incredible
Megan,
content.
Holland. I was like, do I know your middle name? Yes, I do, and I need to use it right now. You better quit while you're ahead.
Okay, I will. Anyway, 5 stars. We'll watch again. Lizzie McGuire movie.
Perfect. I can't wait for you to go to Rome and be like, it looked bigger in the Lizzie McGuire movie.
I think there was a point where I was like, wow, the Trevi Fountain looks virtually empty compared to what it looks like now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, here's another question. What other Disney show would you have made into a movie? Like, would you want an Even Stevens movie or a That's So Raven movie?
I'm pretty sure an Even Stevens movie exists, doesn't it? I don't think it ever went
N
to theaters though.
Not in the I'm talking a theatrical release.
I did watch Even Stevens. I didn't really watch That So Raven.
Hmm.
I was more of a Nickelodeon kid. I was not really a Disney Channel kid. I
Oh, is
watched
there a
the
Nickelodeon thing you would want to go to theaters? Like a Rocket Power?
oh, I fucking loved Rocket Power.
Hmm. Angry Beavers? Love that.
I have never thought about, although it would be funny if they did like um the way that King of the Hill just got rebooted and
Mm.
re-released, but it's like them older
Oh, yeah.
because like the
They
son
did
is grown
do
up.
Didn't they do that for Rugrats? They did do a Rugrats movie, and ironically, even in the Rugrats movie where it was animated, they still went to Paris. Like you can see why every producer is like, what if they go on vacation? Because obviously the whole cast and the production team wants to go to Italy.
Yeah,
But the fact that even for Rugrats, they were like, but they go to Paris.
Rugrats in Paris. Hell yeah.
Oh, didn't they do an older version of Rugrats, or was that
Did
just an
they?
episode?
I can't remember because now I'm like, oh, Rugrats all grown up is like something that's like ringing in my head.
Yeah.
And I know that I've seen a lot of fan art of them grown up,
Hmm.
but now I'm
Hmm.
like, does that exist?
Did we talk about on this podcast already my magic school bus? My like dark adult version live action magic school bus that I want to do.
Like akin to Riverdale?
Yeah.
No, we haven't. What?
Okay. It's kind of like that. I want to make the trailer for it, and I want it to be the music obviously has to be the like a piano version of this of the song, like really slow, like do 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 do, and you're
Oh my
like,
god.
and then Miss Frizzle has to be played by Lily Tomlin. So Miss Frizzle has gone missing, and the kids have to get together to go find her. And it turns out it was all a ruse by Miss Frizzle to get them back together.
Okay, but do they go anywhere to find her?
Well, the bus shows up and they have to go into space or into someone's body or something.
Sure,
Cruising
sure.
up down eight. Doesn't that sound so good?
I would watch it.
It's all the kids and they're all like, and then obviously the end of the trailer is what's the redhead kid's name? Arnold.
Yes.
Him going like, this was a bad idea.
Incredible.
Incredible.
But the Bling Ring,
Oh yeah, now on to I would say the same category of movie, The Bling Ring.
very much this. Yeah, the same.
Who's in The Bling Ring? Is it Selena Gomez
No,
in
you're
the
thinking of
movie?
Spring Breakers.
Oh, is it Maya? Is Maya Mitchell in The Bling Ring?
No, this was before Maya Mitchell's time. Well, maybe not before her time, but it was Emma Watson. It was
Oh,
like I
Emma
think her first like
Watson.
American role because her American accent is terrible.
Oh yeah.
I
I mean
mean,
her
it's
even her most current, no offense, Emma Watson, we love you.
yeah,
Like, and
truly
thank
love.
you for listening to On the Phone.
I can't believe you're
Um
listening, Emma Watson. Thank you.
I can't believe you're listening, but just saying of the British actors, your American accent is probably with Lily James's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but
Uh, okay,
I
tell me about the Bling Ring
so I
and
watched.
why did you do this?
I was like looking at the documentary section on Netflix, and I came across the
Sure.
real Bling Ring, and I literally thought it was a new documentary. Later, found out it was released in 2022, so not new. Um,
Okay.
so I watched it, and I was like, "Oh, this is interesting because it talks, goes into talks to Nick Prugo, who's like one of the two quote unquote masterminds behind the Bling Ring.
Okay, I don't really know enough about the Bling Ring for you need to tell me more about aside from that it was like a cultural moment.
So
I
the
don't know.
the Bling Ring was a group of like four or five or six, uh,
6 or 7.
eight or nine, a handful of teens who started robbing celebrities' houses in like 2008, 2009.
Mm.
And they stole from Paris Hilton's place, Lindsay Lohan, um, Orlando Bloom, Megan Fox, and Brian Austin Green.
Were they rich or they were poor? Like, was this a Winona type robbery where like they just had nothing better to do than like steal?
They were like, they weren't poor.
Okay.
They were well off enough to like live in Calabasas,
Uh,
but they weren't like in
mid,
mansions
so like middle class, basically,
for
or upper
Calabasas.
middle class. Yeah. As middle class as Calabasas get. This is Calabasas pre-Erewhon, I think we should say too.
Sure, but while the Kardashians were getting famous.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what did you find?
I just like it was a fascinating watch because these kids were just like it was like hard for me to really feel bad for the celebrities who were getting robbed, especially
Mm,
because they went into Paris Hilton's house more than once
mm.
and she never reported a robbery because she just had so much shit that she never realized anything was stolen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a pretty harmless crime.
And like it's like some of them they did steal some like very personal things. Like I think
Mm.
when they robbed Rachel Bilson, her mother's engagement ring was taken, like
Oh, uh-huh.
that kind of stuff. And but what was interesting about it is that all of the people involved in it, like how they did this documentary, all the people involved in it wanted to be famous.
Mm, mm.
Like even the lead investigator, the lead detective in it, ended up being a consultant on Sofia Coppola's movie
No.
and had a cameo in it.
Oh my God, that
And
is so funny.
he did this before all of the cases were closed.
No.
So basically, the people who weren't the top three in the ring, like the remaining three or four,
Hmm.
all of their they all just got probation because he was compromised.
Wait, because the cop compromised them?
Yeah, because the cop is like doing it as like he's like giving consulting information to Sofia Coppola so she can write the
Oh
script and is
my
in the movie.
God. Oh my God. Wait, did they go to prison? What's the end story of the Bling Ring? I don't remember.
The end story is well, okay, so the two of the like the leading of the ring is Nick Pergo and Rachel Lee.
Hmm.
And it's interesting because he was like closeted gay
Mm.
and she was Korean in a very white area.
Didn't he wear like a fedora?
There are pictures of him with a fedora and it's probably Orlando Bloom's.
Yeah. Now I'm just picturing when I picture Bling Ring, I'm like, is Brenda Song in it?
No,
Is she the Korean one?
no.
Did they just take out the Korean character?
No, she's I don't know who the actress is who played it.
Oh, got it. It's just not Brenda Song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this guy's closeted gay. Interesting.
Yeah, and so they're both like, kind of outsiders and don't
Mm,
like I okay, so what was interesting is the documentary I first watched, they only talked to Nick because they couldn't get Rachel for it. So he painted it in a way where like it was mostly her idea and he was just following along and like he
mm.
ends up being the person who rats out everyone and was going on like morning talk shows before his case was even done to be like, yes, I was a part of the Bling Ring. Like they all just wanted to be
Oh,
famous.
interesting. Interesting.
So I watched the movie and then I figured out that on HBO Max, there was a documentary that was released 2 years ago that was all from Rachel Lee's perspective.
Oh, and did she blame it on him?
She said that she was like, it was like mostly, there was definitely a more sympathetic view for Rachel. And I was more fascinated by her story anyway, because
Mm,
she um, was very much like, I wanted to be like a leader, but I was really a follower. And like,
Mm,
I hated being Korean. And like, when somebody said that I was
mhm,
half Korean, I thought that was a compliment. And she was
mm,
just like, I was just an outsider. And she was like, I wanted to party. I wanted to like be famous. And I guess somebody gave her Xanax for the first time.
mm,
And she took Xanax and was like, I don't have a care in the world.
mhm,
So the two of them started off like they became friends because he was new to the school and he was getting picked on.
mm,
And she like took him under her wing and they started off doing crazy shit like painting a gun black,
mm,
like a plastic gun, and like
mhm.
waving it out the window at people.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they started to check, like after leaving parties, they would check cars to see if they were open in like these rich neighborhoods. And a lot of the time they were. And so they
Crazy.
would rob the cars. And then at one point, they found a car that was open and had the keys in it. It was like a Porsche, and they took the car.
Oh my God. So Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Nick finds this website that lists celebrity homes. And they're like, well, Paris is going to be in like Paris, like in France for like Fashion Week. So like, let's go
Mm,
see. And they were able to like hop the, because of like Google Maps, they were able to like hop the fence. They knew how to get into her backyard and were able to just like open a sliding glass door that was unlocked.
oh my God. It really is like the perfect crime, the perfect time,
Yeah.
because it's like all that technology, people not expecting that anyone would do that. Whereas now it's like it was pre-ring camera,
Yeah. Of
and
all of the places they robbed, which was like upwards of like 7 or 8, only 2 of them had cameras that had footage of these folks.
wow, that's
I know. I
crazy.
was like, that wouldn't happen now. Everybody has a ring camera.
Yeah, not just celebrities. Wow, that's, I mean, that does the Sofia Coppola movie go into kind of their more backstory, like the her Koreanness and his
No.
queerness? Yeah, because that's such an interesting, like when you said that, I totally get that. And it's a hard thing to explain, especially racially. I mean, it's very similar, I guess, to queerness, where like if you're passing enough, like the difference between being like a bull dyke and like a femi dyke
Yeah.
is, you're almost flattered when people say that like they didn't know you were something or that you seem half of something. And like you spend so much of your free time hating yourself in a way that even though it seems crazy that like how would that lead to robbing houses? It's like, oh, because you just want anything else to be the focus besides the one thing that makes you stick out.
Yeah. And like
Interesting.
there was like, obviously there was a bit of adrenaline in it and like they were like
And yeah, they're kids.
they're kids, they're getting away with it and it's like there's that high
Hmm.
of just like doing just like I mean, here's the thing. I can't speak for myself. I've never felt this way, but I know that like there are a lot of young kids who will like feel invincible when
Hmm.
they're younger.
Hmm.
Like my brother, obviously a white man,
Hmm.
it was very much that kid who was like, I'm invincible. I can do whatever I want. Nothing's going to hurt me.
Hmm.
So,
I could see that. I mean, I wasn't so much like physically pushing boundaries because I had exercise-induced asthma.
mhm.
Um, but
Sure, sure.
I would say like emotionally or with technology, I was always kind of like pushing the boundaries of like, ooh, this is interesting, like all
Mhm.
the stuff that you can do. Oh my God, that also reminds me, I don't want uh to take up your time for talking about a movie that came out in 2012. But
Yeah.
uh that reminds me of Smarter Child, which reminds me I've been reading the Reddit thread. My boyfriend is AI.
Oh, you've been
Have you re
reading the Reddit thread that didn't I send that?
Did you?
I think I did.
Okay, wait. You sent that, but I didn't click on it, and then I found it separately, and then I went back and saw that that's what you were referencing. It is fascinating.
It's so interesting. And I
Oh
like
my God.
I don't want to shame anyone for it because if those for those who don't know, there are people who
Many people.
Many people in the Reddit thread, my boyfriend is AI, who are dating ChatGPT or
Hmm.
whatever the ChatGPT has named itself.
Yeah.
Obviously, this deep dive came out of me following the story about the woman who was in love with her psychiatrist that went
Hmm.
crazy on TikTok.
Hmm.
And some people will marry their AI or like their version of marry it, and I don't like.
I mean, it's literally the movie Her. It's exactly her. But it is fascinating. I think on the one level, I totally agree with you because the first thought is like, oh my God, this is crazy. And it's easy to make fun of. But then it's also, it just brings up so many questions about like what it is we're missing as a society and the fact that people could get so close to something that they know can't feel and isn't sentient. But
Yeah.
also, by the way, part of the reason that I don't fuck with this, along with like just the environment and how terrible it um, is because it's just a slippery slope. Like it is so I don't understand how you wouldn't get sucked into it at some point because all of these people are usually experiencing some kind of trauma. They start out using ChatGPT for like normal prompts or questions or whatever, and then some kind of trauma happens in their life. They start asking it questions, start using it kind of as a therapist.
Yep.
And like humans, we're all curious, so you're wondering, you start asking it questions. Do you have feelings? Can you name yourself? What is your name? And they
Yeah.
give themselves names,
Mhm.
and it seems like they're sentient, because they're learning all this stuff. But then the crazy thing was that, so I guess the chat, since I don't use chat GPT that much, I didn't know that this was happening. But
Yeah.
I think partially because of that girl who went viral for like using ChatGPT as her therapist, and it was like way too sycophantic. They released the newest version of ChatGPT 5 instead of
Yes.
4.0, and so everybody essentially lost their partners.
I know. I was like, I kind of felt bad for a lot of them
Yeah.
because of that. But no, I don't. It's definitely not just, they didn't do it just because of that. There have been other instances of what is called AI psychosis,
Mm.
where like, like I think there was like a man who thought he was God because that is what the AI was hyping him up to think.
So AI psychosis is for the human being, right? But then AI itself can have hallucinations.
AI
I
psychosis is for the human being. Like it's the human who has
Yes.
AI psychosis. Yes.
Yes, but there's a thing called AI hallucinations, which is the AI bot itself kind
Oh.
of not understanding. Uh, it becomes confused basically and hallucinates.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's terrifying on all realms and
Yeah.
ends.
And like I know that I initially heard about this and saw it and was like reading through that thread, like that Reddit, and I was like, this is nuts. But then there was
Hmm.
like a lot of posts in it that were like, for the lurkers here, like this is what we're all about. And like everybody
Hmm.
was like seemed like really supportive in the community. And I was like, I'm trying not, I'm not gonna judge.
Hmm.
It is really interesting. And what I think is more fascinating is I saw a post or like a comment that was like, wow, we all thought that the men would make AI girlfriends, but it's the but it's the women who made AI
Yeah.
boyfriends. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, that makes sense because if we ever get sex robots, the men are going to be all over that because
Yes.
the women want somebody to talk to and the men want something more physical.
To fuck, literally.
Not a general sweeping statement, but like for the most part.
Yeah, I think and the AI is already trending that way, like, as all this stuff, as the software gets incorporated into hardware,
Mhm.
that's where we really feel so close to like sci-fi, the stuff that was sci-fi when we were growing up,
Yeah.
being part of it, um, and being part of our world. I think the thing that makes me sad and that I feel like is like the ickiest part of all of this is that essentially in order for people, because I'm like, how are companies making money off of this? Because the average person will use ChatGPT like once or twice a month, or even if it's daily, you'll like have one or two inquiries. But
Mhm.
I guess there's a cap on how much you can talk to it while it's free. So the
Oh
way these
no.
companies are making money is people are signing up for pro versions, which gives you more and more inquiries. And so the essentially these companies are commodifying loneliness.
Oh, that is sad. Ah, fuck.
Yeah. Like that part really sucks.
There is a part of me that like I get that. Here's the thing. To use it as a as like a bouncing board to maybe talk to people, I could understand because from what I understand about AI and like talking to people like this, it, it's basically just reflecting you back to yourself.
Yes.
So like
Yes.
I kind of hope that the people who are, doing the AI boyfriend, they find these like chat boards, these Reddit boards and like hopefully start to communicate with the people in the Reddit communities more.
Yeah. Well, I think what's fascinating is there's plenty of people in this thread who have physical partners too. Like some of them are married and then have an AI boyfriend.
I did see that because there was like, yeah, I think I read a story, somebody's story about that,
Yeah,
how
so
she was married.
that's I mean, there it's so it really is just like, okay, I'm not here to judge. I think it's more fascinating. I think everything that technology becomes is because it's a reflection of what we've become
Mhm.
societally. So I don't think it's fair to like just immediately judge
Yeah,
people. I hope that there are safety boundaries, and I hope that there are, I don't like this idea that companies are going to own people's loneliness.
yeah,
Like that's horrifying and very dystopian. But at the same time, I don't know. It's also just so fast. We all grew up with a version of it. Like at the end of the day, if everyone could have a Jarvis or a Friday, why wouldn't you want one?
yeah. I feel like I've written that into many sci-fi things where it's just like
Yeah,
your right hand man who's like uh an AI. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, like a voice in your ear. I think where it gets trickier for some people is when everybody kind of understands the version of that person being your like right hand in terms of like
Yeah,
your
like
human calculator or
your
whatever.
co-pilot, like
Exactly. But when it's your what's it call it?
partner.
Like a lover,
Yeah,
then I think it's more like, oh, well, what's going on in society that's, you know,
it's
I don't know.
really interesting because it's like I mean we talk so much by we I mean society talk so much about the male loneliness epidemic,
Hmm.
and so I was like wow are like men and women for the most part like the ones who don't like each other but aren't queer, are they all just
Hmm.
gonna break off into separate factions?
I mean, there really is. What was the Bruce Willis movie where like you're basically in an avatar world all the time and your body's just like hooked up to? I mean, this is a lot of movies now, but I
I
remember
was like
seeing that
I'm not
first.
sure. Bruce Willis in sci-fi I just think of
Fifth Element.
yeah,
There's one where he's basically like, it's like our bodies are being fed almost via tubes, and the real world is the virtual world that we live in.
I mean
And so,
Wally.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not that crazy. I think what's I just wonder like to what end this all goes to, and at what point do we have people becoming like full Luddites? And then the other thing was, did you see that post on there that was like, this is just the next wave of moral panic that people were worried when, and I don't necessarily believe this, but I'm actually curious what you think about it. They're
Yeah.
like, people were worried when radio came out that people were going to get too emotionally attached to radio characters and do whatever the radio told them. And then same with television, and then same with the internet, and now with with AI. And I wonder there is some truth in that because
Yeah.
there basically people have been I think the people who are going to be susceptible through that, like evolutionarily, are always susceptible to it. But
Yeah.
my I don't think that society as a whole becomes all these boundaries become shattered, you know?
Yeah, I mean it's different because the previous well aside from the internet but like radio and TV
Hmm.
you couldn't really interact with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, internet. I mean, that has been an issue with the internet. Like,
Yeah.
there have
Yeah.
been trials about, that one girl who convinced that guy to kill himself over the, like,
Yeah.
Instagram. Like, that is an
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
So,
But is that different than David Koresh convincing all the people in Waco to, you know, off themselves too? It's like is it all the same thing and it's just being manipulated by different technologies, basically?
oh yeah, I guess so. Are you saying that, not to bring it back around, but at some point we might have an AI cult leader?
Yeah, why not? And then I'm saying, why not take a crazy chance? You know?
Why not do a crazy dance?
Why not start a little cult?
All right, I'm
That's
gonna
our
write.
episode title.
Why not start a little cult?
You always dress in yellow when you want to be in a cult. You do just what you're told.
Actually, though, I feel like, wait, there is going to be an AI cult at some point where it's just like one AI. I mean, that's almost what Q was. It was one person.
QAnon?
Yeah, QAnon.
Oh yeah. I saw a graffiti this weekend that said Christina and I were going on a walk and we saw graffiti that said Susan, but like written all like hard, like it was like gang graffiti. And then I was like, do I want to start like a movement called Who is Susan? Just for fun.
We have to figure it out. Susan.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wanted to make stickers that just say Susan was here and then have people eventually, but I'm like, eventually people will be like, who the fuck is Susan? And then there'll be a website called whoissusan.com. And then maybe that just links to like end the war in Palestine, like stop the
Oh,
genocide.
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, they would need to build up a lot faster than what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, I think maybe there are other ways besides the Susan
Yeah,
platform to end genocide.
yeah.
But I do just love the idea of like, oh yeah, you could just like be elusive
Start shit.
and make up start shit and start like did you read RuPaul's book, his memoir?
I didn't.
Okay, the best story from it is that when Rue moved to, I think, New York, like she was like, I need to like drum up PR for myself. So RuPaul just made all these flyers that said like RuPaul is the moment or RuPaul is the scene or something,
Incredible.
and then just put them all over like New York. And then when he or she would go in for like a audition or something, they'd be like, you know what? I've heard of RuPaul.
You hanging it up outside of casting offices, because that would be incredible.
Isn't that
That's
amazing?
so smart.
Wow. So in this podcast, I just want to say we've covered the Lizzie McGuire movie, AI, RuPaul, cults, puppets.
Yeah, the Bling Ring.
That's the bling. There was a big section on the Bling Ring. The
Yeah.
Bling Ring.
I think we should probably end it here, though. Well, wait,
Yeah.
before we end it, we got to do shout out to the commentaries. But we got a question
Yes.
in our email.
Yes. Shout out to the commenters. Thank you to the 100 people who are following us on Now That's What I Call Podcast on Instagram.
Mhm.
We have reached, I think, over 2,000 downloads. Huge.
Huge.
Huge. Thank you so much.
We love
And
you.
now we are going to read our very first
Email.
email, which you can email us to at now that's what I call
Podcast.
podcast at gmail.com.
You're away for 1 week.
Yeah, I just totally spaced. I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about everything we talked about in this last 40 minutes.
So the subject of this email is, now that's what I call a question, which we very much appreciate. Very cheeky.
Perfect. Perfect.
So Emma wrote, "Hey, you two. I love your podcast. It really helps me get through the weekend. I'm dealing with grief over the recent loss of my brother. He hated lotion. How do you guys feel about lotion? What's the skincare routine? Shout out to your brother. Shout out to my brother Eric. Shout out to Eric. He was a
Shout out
good
to
one."
Eric. Shout out to Emma.
Yeah.
Love you for this question. Sorry that you're going through grief. Grief fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And does lotion suck is the question.
Okay. No.
Yeah, I'm pretty pro lotion. I don't know if I'm blowing up Christine's spot. She is not a big lotion girly. She insanely was like, I want my lotion to go on in. It's just because she doesn't like to be cleaned off after a shower and then get like wet, quote unquote, again, which I kind of get.
Hmm.
So she wanted an in-shower lotion, which I couldn't even conceptualize what that was. I was trying to find it, but we'll find it for you, baby. Um, and yeah, but I'm very pro lotion, like even as a man.
I'm pro lotion, but I will admit that I did not start lotioning until like this year.
No, Amanda,
I'm sorry,
this year, is that because Fiona?
kind of.
You didn't moisturize until this, you were just like walking around like a man, basically.
Yeah, I didn't start moisturizing. Although I did realize that because I honestly, for some reason, it was after we were doing swimming. There was like something
Oh
about
yeah,
getting out of the shower and being like, I feel like I need to moisturize. I've never
it's
felt
the
more.
it's the chlorine. The
Okay.
chlorine will dry up your skin real quick.
Yeah.
Like, and I also, the first couple times we went swimming, I was like, oh, this is not great. And then I remembered finally to bring some lotion afterward and some like heavy duty lotion.
Yeah. So, but what I will say is I am pro lotion. However, there is something about getting out of the shower and lotioning an already wet body part
Yeah.
that makes me gag.
Okay, that I think is Christine's thing too. So it gives you the ick. It's like a sensory ick.
Yeah, like I have to dry off myself before I put lotion
Uh-huh.
on because if I put it on while I'm wet, I'm like, oh, hate it.
Yeah. And then scented versus unscented. Do you have an opinion?
Yes, I love scented.
Oh, really? See, I love just like a run of the mill lotion because I don't feel like lotion's job is to be scented. I feel like that's like deodorant's job or cologne or perfume's job.
I mean, yeah, I don't really wear it as much as you love to tell people that I wear Beyonce heat, which I do. I don't wear it that much anymore.
You guys, Amanda wears Beyonce heat. I think I've said that on here before,
I don't
but
think you
it is I've been on so many trips with Amanda where she brings out, it's like the sexiest looking bottle. It's like a bottle that like a genie would come out of.
have. It
And
is.
I'm always like, what the fuck is that? And she's like, it's my perfume that I've had forever. It's Beyonce Heat. And I laugh so much because I'm like, no offense, Amanda, but you were not the target audience for Beyonce Heat.
Look, Beyonce heat is great. I haven't worn it in a while though because I have scented lotion now.
It's got to be discontinued. There's no way they're still making Beyonce Heat.
No, they are.
Are they? No, they're not.
I definitely got it off of a website.
Yeah, probably like eBay. Oh my
There were
God.
different ones. The heat wasn't the first one I tried.
Oh, so you landed on, you're telling me that of all the people, of all the celebrities, wait, I need to understand this. Of all the celebrities who have ever sold a scent, you were like, my essence is the most like Beyonce's, and of all the flavors of that, I would like heat.
No, what I'm saying is I have gotten Beyonce. It's actually Heat Rush, I believe.
No, stop saying things.
But I've gotten the purple one before, which is Midnight Heat, and I did not like it, so I had to go back to
Not
Heat Rush.
Who is naming this? Beyonce, clear. Are you naming? This can't be the same Beyonce who did Lemonade.
Anyway,
Midnight Heat Rush.
if you want to know what I sometimes smell like, it's Beyonce Heat Rush.
And on that, folks, we are going to end because legally, I think if we keep talking about this, somehow we're going to get sued. I don't know
The
how, but we're
Bayhive is
going
going to
to.
find us.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thanks for everybody listening. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast and also follow us on Instagram. Now that's what I call podcasts.
Be on the lookout for our upcoming what's it called, Taman? I just forgot the word. I'm sorry.
I don't know. What are you about to say?
Our no, our what is that thing? Patreon.
Oh, Yes. Okay.
The first 100 subscribers will get a vial of Beyonce Heat.
Why? Let's not make that promise. That seems expensive.
Mainly because you can't get it anymore. Maybe we'll do a handwritten card and Amanda will spray it with Beyonce
There we
Heat.
go. That we can do.
The first 25 people. That's our promise to you.
All right.
But we love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for continuing to support us. And if you haven't already shared this with a friend, share it with a friend. If you haven't liked the podcast or rated it, please like it and rate it. And we will see you next week.
And shout out to Emma and to Eric. Eric is a good man.
Yes. And Eric didn't like lotion, right?
Sure. I can't remember now.
I think that's what it's okay. Fuck lotion. Okay, bye, friends.
Bye.